Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Very Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Franio, joined by me and my co-hosts, Christian Dyer and Deon Johnson, along with my special guests tonight. We got Nair Sickness, Beto. How we doing, Beto?
¿Qué hubo? Viva la raza.
We got 49
Mamón.
Media on Anshul. How we doing, buddy?
All right. I'm not looking forward going back to school tomorrow. So
Me neither.
I feel it.
Man, yeah, I feel bad for you, but I'm sure now you got to follow it up. He says something in Spanish, you got to say something in Indian. You
Yeah.
got to give us something
Hindi.
tell us go Niners and like come on, bro.
Hit him with the namaste.
I know you speak your native tongue. Don't act like you don't, because you know when you go home, your mama be on your ass.
You're making
yeah, but I only speak the
Hey,
shit that that I need to understand to speak with my parents. I don't know. any
Indian
other
parents are
shit.
strict as fuck, right, Anshul?
Pretty strict. Yeah.
And then we got the one and only 49er minded, Mr. Bashar. How we doing, dude?
We're doing good, dude. Doing great. Ready to fry up some Seattle sea chickens. Let's go.
All right, Bashar. All right, so,
Hey.
so since media ducked out, Bashar, you got to give us something in
Iranian.
no, he's Iraqi.
Iraqi.
Oh,
my Well, it's bad, Arabic. sorry.
That
language is
Arabic. Arab.
Language is
It's- yeah,
Arabic.
it's
Language is
Arabic.
Arabic.
Yeah, that's the language.
Uh,
You got something for us?
I will kill you.
let me think. Gosh, 49ers who there was something else I was gonna say. Fuck man. I said go 49ers, but I forgot how to say 49ers in there because there is a way to say it.
Oh.
But I can't think of how to say
Come on,
it.
bro.
though.
You can blow it up. Blow it up, bro. Just say it.
Bashar, do they man.
Oh,
speak Farsi in your home country too?
Eh.
In Iran, they speak it.
Oh,
In our country, maybe like there's a 2%.
He's
people
better
that speak it.
Spanish. Let him fool you.
I speak some little bit of Spanish.
On, how's it going?
Good evening.
All right.
What's up, Don?
Let's get started, guys. Before we go ahead and get started, if you guys are watching on Twitter, go ahead and go over to youtube.com/Very Faithful Podcast 49. We cannot see your chat from Twitter, so if you guys want to chat with us, go ahead and go to our YouTube page. All righty. So let's get
There we
started.
go, Zach. He always
All right.
starts the show like that, bro. Zach always starts the show like that.
All right, so the Niners went ahead, finished the season off, beating the Arizona Cardinals 38-13. Let's get started, guys. What did you guys see? What did you like? What did you not like? We'll start on the defense first. Beto, what did you like and what did you not like from the defense in this game?
Oh man, there's nothing not to like. I love everything in the defense, especially my boy OG Gibson out there getting 2 interceptions like that.
God
Making it
Beto.
making a great addition to this team. This defense got embarrassed honestly against the Raiders, and I expected a game like this. I wanted us to rest our players, and the defense made sure of that. So honestly, there's nothing really that I could dislike about the defense. I just think they did so good that I'm just going to give them credit and not be negative towards the defense myself.
All right. Media, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so I really liked Tashawn Gibson because he had the 2 interceptions.
Copycat.
One almost was a pick 6. And another guy I really like. I the one thing I did want to see more, I'd say, from the defense is getting after David Blau. I wanted to see us eat him alive, basically. So that's something I wanted to see from the defense. But I definitely thought the defense was better in the second half.
All right. Bashar?
So the question is, what didn't I like about the defense? I wasn't sure what the question was.
What did you like from the defense and what did you not like from the defense?
Okay, got it. Obviously, we're still amazing at stopping the run, which is great. That first play of the game, you guys brought it up earlier. Everybody didn't like that. That was just another embarrassing. I don't ever want to give up another touchdown at the start of the game again.
OPI.
Again, I know we've been still winning, and I get it. We're on a 10-game win streak, but that's a little embarrassing. We can't afford to do that against playoff teams. So
I feel like in the playoffs they're going to call that OPI. That was bad.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
Green.
Either way,
full
it
on
was
fucking-
kind of a soft. It wasn't like an aggressive push, but at the end of the day, it was a push. And if we did it, they would have called it on us. Maybe because it was AJ Green, the guy with the big name wide receiver.
To be fair,
Yeah.
I do think Lenore picks that off if Green doesn't extend like that, because Lenore was in perfect position and then he completely changed when Green extended his arms. Because like
Lenore
as I see the ball in the air, I'm like, oh, that's a pick, and then Green fucking pushes him away and goes and gets the ball. So, it's hard to fully blame Lenore because he full on got full arm extended, push down away from the ball. So
And because of plays like that, Lenore is all of a sudden becoming, for the fans at least, the McGlinchey of the defense. So hopefully Lenore picks it up. I don't want to see a case where where he gets pulled like the Killer Witherspoon situation against the Minnesota Vikings in the playoffs in the 2019 playoff run. Remember that when he got burnt?
Sometimes it's good though because it jump starts the defense because the new guy comes in fresh and plays well.
Well, back then we had Mosley to take over Witherspoon.
I think the one thing though we also have to realize real quick is that like Lenore Wright last year he missed most of the year because of whatever personal stuff he was going on through. So I feel like this is kind of like he's getting back into it because he didn't play for a while. So I think he's definitely showed some good things, but it's just gonna take Lenore, I think, some time.
And I'm gonna one more thing is that I wanted Bosa to get his record, and he didn't get the record. That's the only thing I really, really wanted to see. But other than that, defense was fine. What up, Gina?
Deon?
I mean, I can concur with my fellow constituents here on the panel. Yes,
politician.
Yes. We're all politicians at some point. Yes, the young man Gibson, he played fairly well. Yes, I'm not very familiar with this American football. We play soccer where I'm from, but yes, Gibson was actually fantastic, and that guy Bosa, yes, very very large thighs on him. And
quite observant.
Yes.
Supposedly Purdy has both thighs too, by the way.
Yeah, fuck, please. Purdy got no goddamn.
That's what they keep saying, though. That's what they keep saying.
Yeah,
I don't see
it.
it.
These motherfuckers need to take a picture again. Ain't nobody. I'll tell you right now. There's only others. If we're gonna talk about it, okay, we can say pause. We're talking about this, but the situation is this: the biggest thighs in the business belong to Bo Jackson. Period. That motherfucker had. That motherfucker was massive.
Dude,
I think Barry Sanders.
I think Earl Campbell might have something to say about that.
Oh no! You know who else gonna say something about it? UCLA represent MJD.
Hey, Earl Campbell probably had the biggest legs in history of the NFL.
In history of the NFL.
Earl Campbell was an absolute monster, dude. Fucking.
But all joking aside,
thighs save lives.
Enough about thighs on dudes. That's pause. We ain't doing none of that. No disrespect to anyone who does. I don't want to offend nobody. It's a sensitive world we live in. But no, man, defense played well. Just didn't like Lenore's play. He's got to step that up and clean it up. It looks like they went ahead and figured out how to use Huff, since they say they're like, well, you want to keep your eyes in the backfield, stay your ass close to the line of scrimmage. You saw a lot of single high safety in this game, but Gip did a really good job with that. So getting the 2 picks, then George Odom with the pick in garbage time, I can appreciate that, because whenever you pull your starters, you don't want the game to stop at that point. You're just saying, I have this in hand. It's not like you put your backups in and go, hey man, don't really do nothing. Just, go out there. No. Like, I kid you not, if I'm Kyle, when I put my backups in, I look at them and go, oh, y'all better go score. Don't think that because y'all in, this is the time for y'all to kick back. Show me something. Show me why you're here. You made this team. You've been here all year long. This is your opportunity. You better get out there and, do something. But I have to say defense played fairly well, man. And going into the playoffs, I ain't scared of nothing and nobody. Definitely ain't scared of fucking sea chickens.
Hey, it's the squawks. Okay, we need to start calling them the squawks.
Oh yeah, the squawks. Okay, there we go. I like that.
They sea bitches too. I mean, shit, that works too.
That's even better.
My favorite.
I like that one, Brandon.
Is the sheacocks.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, Beto, okay, well, let's get Christian's thoughts and then Brandon, and Beto's got a question after that.
I didn't really like seeing the defense kind of start slow. I mean, I know I don't blame them really for that busted first play touchdown, but like they gave up another touchdown.
And that wasn't on Huff this time.
No, and I just don't like that we, just kind of started slow and then we picked it up and looked like, the defense we are known to be. Because like I was like, oh shit, don't tell me this is going to be like last week. So I got nervous at first because we did start really slow. So that's the only thing I didn't like from the defense. But after a while, the defensive line picked it up and was getting a lot of pressure, which was causing a lot of havoc in the backfield. And, that's why we got the 3 picks and whatnot. So I like that. The pressures were started to get home later as the game went on. My favorite player for the defense that I saw is actually Willis. I thought he was probably the best pass rusher in the game that game. Like above Bosa too. He was fantastic. So I honestly wouldn't mind seeing him start opposite Bosa to start the playoffs just because of how well he's playing. I'd like to see him get more opportunities to rush the passer because he's been fantastic. Every time he's been in there, he flashes in front of the screen and I'm like, oh shit, there's Willis again. So that's what I'd like to see. And then the offense, my favorite player for the offense was definitely Purdy because he looked freaking awesome. That one he threw to the back of the corner to Kittle was fantastic. Like to see him look at his first read, which was Ayuk, or Debo. Debo comes in on the slant. It's not there, and for him to freaking shift his eyes and make a freaking perfect throw to the corner of the end zone for Kittle to get was absolutely amazing. I was like, when I saw that throw, I was like, holy fuck, did a fucking rookie just make that throw, make that play? It was insane. But I did hear a stat today about Purdy. He was like, his stats in the red zone when he was at Iowa State are unbelievable. He's like, they said he had like 31 touchdowns and 4 or some. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he was really, really good in the red zone in college, and he's continuing to be good in the red zone with us. So
we're a lot better in the red zone now that he's playing.
Yeah, I really liked what I saw from him in that game. I thought he was playing extremely well. He had some, couple of bad stuff here and there, which most of just small rookie mistakes, but nothing serious. But otherwise, some of the throws he's making, I'm like, holy shit, because it was pretty awesome.
You're trying to be like Joey Arredondo, though, another 6.
Well, I mean, personally, I think we still could have been pretty damn good with Baker too. But the way Purdy's playing, I'm fine rolling with Purdy.
Cállate con Baker Mayfield. Don't mention that fool.
All right, Mio. What do you got to ask
Baker
us?
Mayfield.
Pinche Baker Mayfield.
Mijito,
thanks to him, we're not playing the Lions.
Mija, take the thing out of your mouth before you speak.
Hey, did you guys want to play the Lions? Did you guys really want to play the Lions of those 3 teams that were fighting?
I wanted to play the Packers.
Why?
I didn't give a shit who we play. We were going to beat them anyways.
There you go, Brandon. There you go, Brandon.
That's not what you were saying last week.
Fair, but I think Seattle made the most sense just because, dude, we're going to run.
We're going to mollywop Seattle.
Oh, I know, dude.
And who's the least you guys wanted to play?
Don't even belong Detroit? There. What?
Who was the least team you guys wanted to face?
Detroit, dude. They freaking did.
The Lions. Because the Lions are will not give up. They're going to be in the game
They got some dogs.
We don't want our kneecaps to be bitten off. So
the Lions are really strong on D line and the offensive line both.
Yeah,
and they're good against.
Aiden Hutchinson is he's a really, really good defensive lineman.
Defensive rookie of the year.
And they're good against the run. And I don't know. The Lions would have been the one team that scared me.
Yeah. All right. Well, Beto's question was, will we beat the Hawks? And I think that's all a resounding yes. There are no questions or if, ands, or buts.
I meant to add. I'm sorry, Deon. I meant to add on there. Can we beat the Seahawks? Will we beat the Seahawks double digits?
See, I don't want to get.
Yes.
I don't want to get too crazy though, because I feel like last time I got too crazy with the Raiders, we almost lost that shit.
Yeah. I will say this: I do believe it is double digits, even if it's just 10 points. I do believe that. Only the reason being is they got to come to us. We don't have to go to Seattle and deal with that poorest town and deal with those fucking the 12s and all that shit. You know, it's the worst thing about going up there, man, is that I think they've got like the highest depression in the country. It's like Seattle or Oregon or some shit.
Suicide rate.
It's like, yeah, it's like it's always overcast, it's always fucking gloomy, and everybody's sad in the motherfucker. So I feel like when you come down to sunny Southern California, you know,
it ain't gonna be that sunny though.
Oh no, the weather's gonna be kind of shitty this week.
Compared to their weather, it's gonna be sunny.
The rain.
Dude, the West Coast getting hammered. Like it's been raining all day here in Utah.
Well, yeah, that's only.
Here
but
comes the
it's a good
rain
thing. Hopefully,
again.
We had a tornado
Good song
warning
to share.
early this morning.
Oh wow, really?
A tornado warning here in
shit.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
3:45. We're like, oh crap.
Yeah,
That's
man,
crazy.
that's definitely
What it over
crazy.
here?
I like the fact that the rain is hitting California because hopefully that'll start to fill up some of the reservoirs that have been drying up, man. 'Cause we need that water, you know, to be able to survive. But I look at this past game, man, and I'm like, there's nothing about Brock Purdy that bothers me or gives me reason to think that this guy isn't gonna excel because he will. I can see it, man. Oh, Roy Boy, Roy Boy, don't do that. What you know about Tony Tone, huh? See, look, I said that in the whole.
I saw that. It never rains in California.
Yeah, I saw that. I said that. And look, Christian media and Brandon were like, huh? Yeah, that's a little that's a little before y'all's time. You know that me, Beto, and Bashar know about that.
Who Tony Tone? I know them.
You know a little Tony.
Hey, I ain't that young, okay?
I know a lot of older stuff. I just don't know.
No, Tony Tone is. You would probably, if I played you a couple of their hits,
I might know it.
You probably have heard it before, but off the top of the dome.
Listen to the oldies.
My dad probably knows them, and he probably
They worked it out and not worked it in. Tony is
done it again.
Feels good.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the song we're gonna be playing after we beat the Sea Chicken. So,
hey,
you guys
so
go ahead,
bro, here's my next question, guys.
I got one too. When you
how you guys feeling with our run game again now that Elijah Mitchell's back?
Bro, I gotta go first.
Wait.
No, I gotta go first. Let me tell you,
Deon.
People have no idea. Elijah Mitchell, if the man could just stay healthy, it's unfair. Yep. It is unfair to watch that young man get on the field and just trounce over every fucking body.
2 touchdowns. It's the first day back, bro. Can you believe it?
He walked in like he never left.
Yep. And he did that twice this season.
It did I'm telling you, if there was a way we could solidify his knees and give him like vibranium knees, I'd be straight with that.
Titanium knees, man. Do something.
You know, give him like
vibranium knees. Punch of CMC and Mitchell would be.
Bro, man, what are you talking about? 1-2. We have a 1-2-3 punch because we still got.
Dude, don't forget about Jordan.
Dude, TDP starting to come around,
dude. But Mason runs with so much heart. You see, every time he touches that ball, like, dude, when they were giving him the ball in garbage time, he was getting so mad he couldn't get in the end zone. Every time he when they put TDP in, and took the ball, like didn't give Jordan any carries, you could see him. He's like, "Fuck, give me the ball."
Yeah, man, I love what Mitchell was doing, and I love the fact that he comes in. And you know the crazy thing, Mitchell be in and always average over 4 yards a carry. He never averages under that. When he was playing last season and he still was missing time, the man almost still had 1,000 yards and was averaging almost 5 yards a carry. Like this, people don't wake up in the morning and just do that regularly. Like running backs are tossed in the trash as quickly as they're signed.
Yeah, he was averaging 11 yards a carry in this game.
Insanity. And that touchdown run that he had, man, he ran through everybody to get in there. Like, that's the one thing that I can say is I love Mitchell because Mitchell can do both. He doesn't have like super home run speed, but if he gets away from you, chances are he's probably going to make the end zone if you got to try to catch him.
His acceleration is
unreal,
dude. Hits even the little small holes, dude. He just that's why he averages so much a carry, because as soon as he gets that ball, dude, he's just 5 yards up.
And he reminds me of a Mexican running away from immigration. He is fast.
Oh my god!
And that's what they call him. What? Drano? They call him Drano because he's able to hit the holes.
Yeah, he is. Look at him. Oh, look at him. Whoa, over there. Look at me.
He's a bad man, though.
They call him Drano because he hit the hole. I like it. But if you look at it, man, Mitchell has done everything that he needs to do, and this is the reason that TDP doesn't get a lot of burn, because he doesn't hit the hole like those other three guys we named. If you watch TDP, he doesn't he kind of, it's almost like he's got to bang into somebody before he starts to go forward. Whereas Mitchell, Mason, and CMC, they hit the hole and they go.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that that's probably why he got pushed a little further down on the depth chart. And that's okay with me. I'm telling you right now, if they cut him next year, I'm be like, well, I mean,
I think he's more of that like power type of back.
Sometimes when you make a pick, right? When you make a pick, even we lose a 3rd round pick, but if you find a guy in free agent, whatever, rookie, and it makes up for it. You just really swap it. Like, it sucks, but you swap it.
Yeah. Well, so he said he's Speedy Gonzalez. I won't give him Speedy Gonzalez because Speedy was lightning quick, man. The only Speedy Gonzalez that we remotely would have on our team might be, honestly, if anybody is fully healthy, it's Tarvarius Moore. He's actually the fastest guy on our squad. He ain't here no more. So
but he's the fastest guy.
I still don't know how his speed is in the fucking Madden. In Madden, is not a 99. I don't know his speed acceleration are not 99.
He's
that really confuses me.
Wait, who?
Raheem Mostert.
The problem with the Dolphins is they don't know how to give him a big enough hole so he can break one. I
don't think he's the same explosive runner that he was with the Niners.
Yeah, that knee injury probably did do a little
hurt again.
Also that offensive line for the Dolphins isn't even that good.
No, I mean, Tua's got 3 concussions.
Yeah, that sucks. Bashar, what did you think, man? What did you think of Eli?
I love this. I love Eli because this solidifies our backfield. And this gives us the best backfield, the best 49ers backfield I've seen in a postseason run. I mean, I'm going all the way back to the Ricky Watters, William Floyd, 94 Super Bowl.
That's a good backfield.
This backfield's got better depth, though, in my opinion, because we got Jordan Mason and TDP waiting in the wings. But then we have Juice, Eli Mitchell, CMC. It's just Mason. It's filled with talent, man. So I'm really excited about this playoff run and utilizing all those running backs as much as we can. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Don't forget about Debo.
That's the thing is, speaking of Debo, I think now that the playoffs are here, Kyle's going to use his full arsenal. Like, he's going to hit the backs a lot, but especially I'd like to see it against Seattle. But Debo's going to touch the ball. I'd like to see McLeod touch the ball, Gray touch the ball. I think our offense is the best in the league at end arounds when we actually run them. I don't think we run them enough, but I'd like to see a lot of them in the playoffs because every time the Niners ran them,
double reverse with Debo and Danny Gray.
I think we're saving them for the playoffs. We're saving them for the playoffs.
Even Ayuk could run those end arounds. Even Ayuk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the way I watched Kyle coach the game in the Cardinals game, he's like, well, we got he was doing it was pretty simple. I liked it because he was coaching, keeping it simple, not giving a lot away, and we were still putting up points and Kyle was coaching simple. How many points are we going to put up when Kyle's fucking pulling shit out of his bag? Like, that's the thing too, is how much, because like the one thing I wonder too is how much Kyle's going to only stick with the run or how many he's still going to want to call a lot of pass plays because he fully trusts Purdy.
It only behooves him to mix things up and continually keep it that way, because if you become too one-dimensional, then a team's going to key in on that and you're going to have to switch up your game plan regardless. So it only makes sense to try to be as balanced as possible with the run and the pass when you're going into that. And then that way it'll spare you the hassle of having, any more issues that come along when it comes to the run game or the pass game. I say do both. And try to keep it as level as possible, probably a little heavier on the run because we win more when we run more. But I definitely, I'm not in any way, shape, or form.
You think about like the way Kittle's playing right now and how good our run's going. Like, our play action probably coming in the playoffs is going to be pretty damn good. Like,
hey, what's up, Aaron?
Especially against Seattle, I feel like our play action against Seattle is going to be deadly. Like, Kittle should probably, be unstoppable this playoff game against Seattle, just because of the fact they can't cover tight ends, and the way we're going to probably run the ball. Every time we do run a play action, Kittle's just going to be wide the fuck open.
I'll tell you right now, the only two people
What's up, Aaron?
that bother me are Diggs and
Woolen.
Andre Diggs and Woolen.
Yeah,
those two young men are ballers. They are looking
Woolen's
very,
really
very
good.
good.
Why
And
did we
they play
draft Woolen,
great defense. They are ball hawks. I give them credit for that. But back to the question, Beto, how did you feel about Elijah Mitchell?
I love it, man. Like you guys said, he didn't miss a beat. I mean, this kid, he did it twice this year. Unfortunately, he got hurt twice and came back like he never left. You guys said it. If he can stay healthy, this three-headed monster that we have, it's going to be fun to watch in the playoffs. This kid can run with such tenacity and with will, and he doesn't let nobody stop him. I mean, 2 touchdowns in this game against Arizona. And the way he got it, man, it's just amazing. Just to see him and CMC and Jordan just give it to the Seahawks is going to be fun, man. And I know we're more of a passing offense than we have been a running offense this year, but I like the combination. I love that the pass is going to set up the run, and I like Elijah. Let's just pray he stays healthy, because that's the problem with him. Is he's great, but when you only have him 3 or 4 times in a year, you know what I mean? It's difficult.
You lose a little bit of that luster. But let's get with media real quick to answer that question, and then we can head another direction.
I don't think Drano missed a beat from coming back. Like even that first time, when he got hurt and then came back, like he didn't miss a beat. So I'm really happy that he got the 2 touchdowns. I mean, he was just outstanding, and that's why I know you guys believe it's a 1-2-3 punch, but I really think just a 1-2 punch of CMC and Mitchell is just going to be really, really good in the playoffs, and then sprinkle in a little bit of that Jordan Mason and TDP in there. So I think seeing that you're gonna have to run the ball in the playoffs to be successful, and the Seahawks, they're not the best at stopping the run either. So I think that running the ball is going to be really good. And I know you guys mentioned a little bit also other parts of the offense. I think the offensive line kind of struggled at times in this game, just because Purdy was kind of having to run around and escape at times. So hopefully, just the offense needs to clean up a little bit, a few things.
All right. So my next Christian, did we get your answer ready?
No, you didn't.
Okay, go ahead, Christian.
Go ahead, Christian.
I didn't expect anything else other than what I saw from Mitchell, because you guys know I've been talking the last couple of weeks how excited I am for him to come back. So that's exactly what I expected. I expect him to just make him and McCaffrey to make this run game just so much better and so explosive, because I think the playoffs is when Mitchell, especially once he gets a lot more carries and starts feeling comfortable, he's gonna bust a couple for some big plays in this playoffs. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what happens and what Kyle freaking draws up for these guys. Because like I said, I like Mitchell between the tackles, and I like McCaffrey on the stretch plays. McCaffrey sees the field extremely well. His vision is very good on those stretch plays, where Mitchell is so quick when he touches the ball that he's the best guy to have between the tackles. I don't always really like seeing McCaffrey run between the tackles anyways, because he's so, that's also where you get hurt. So I'd like to see him outside where I think he's better, and then, obviously catching the ball. So I think as long as we use the running backs correctly and the right way, the right time, and Kyle's really does rotate them a lot, I think it's going to be good. I mean, we'll see how it goes, because I know Kyle tries to see if he can get one of the running backs to kind of be the hot hand and just feed him. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. But I love what I saw from Mitchell, and I expect to see more in the playoffs.
Okay.
And then I had a question too, Brandon, real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Really, really fast. Bashar, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Now you're gonna make me do it.
Yeah, do it.
All right. So كسخت السياتل Seahawks. Besides, I just swore at the Seattle Seahawks. روح 49ers. روح 49. That's saying go 49ers in Arabic.
That's
or
cool.
yellow 49ers, or there's different
I
ways to
think
say
you were
it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger for a minute.
That's pretty badass. That sounds
Arnold.
cool.
All right. I'm gonna ask my question after you, Christian. So go ahead.
So I just want to say, so from what we've seen these last 6 games and what we know with Brock Purdy, do you guys think his poise and his comfortableness is still gonna continue in the playoffs, or are we gonna see a little more nervousness and less poise from Purdy? You know, being a rookie, being his first playoff game. Do you think we're gonna still see the same from Purdy, or we're gonna see a little bit of a drop back because of how big the stage is?
Take this, media. Start off with this one.
Yeah, so
Right to Beto.
So I really think, he might be a little bit nervous, but because he played at Iowa State, he has dealt with some of those, higher big schools, and he's been in the big stage. Like, I get it's the NFL, but I definitely think that he can take some of that experience he had in college against some of those like big, schools that he's played, and turn it to the NFL too. So I think, he might be a little bit nervous, but as long as it's not where, he's throwing interceptions, making bad reads, which we haven't seen so far, as long as he's not doing that in the playoffs, I mean, I think he's going to be fine. And that I really don't see him being super, super nervous or anything.
Yeah, I agree with media. Listen, when you have a defense the way that San Francisco has to back him up, if he does make a crucial mistake, the defense will help him out, bail him out. This kid I don't know about you guys, but since he's taken over, every game he's gotten better. Now there are some plays that are suspect. You're like, what the heck? But he's gotten better. I think this kid's gonna play. And personally, myself, the Seattle Seahawks defense, it's a great team to play in the first team in the playoffs, because this is going to give him even more confidence going into the second round by beating Seattle and getting that experience in the playoffs. But I think this kid's going to be fun. I'm excited to watch what he does. I guarantee you this: he's not going to have the same numbers as Garoppolo against Minnesota in 2019. He'll have better numbers.
That makes me automatically more excited.
Hey, that makes me real happy, man. I see you over there drinking the Cactus Cooler.
Bro, dude, that's the goat of soda. That's the goat.
I saw that. I'm like, hey, Christian, check him out.
It's hard for me to find it. It's hard for me to find it in Utah. Like they don't sell it really here. So when I was home for California, I bought some, brought it back with me.
Hey, makes sense, bro. Makes sense. But sure,
I never had it, but I see it all the time here. What's up? What's up, Deon?
Oh, how do you feel about Christian's question? Like, if Purdy will continue his poise and his composure, or do you feel like he might break down a little bit under the bright lights?
I mean, definitely for this upcoming game, he's already played Seattle, and we're going to be at home this time. So I won't see it. I don't think we're going to see it too much this game. Now, if we have to travel to Philly in the hostile environment, and Philly's obviously got a strong pass rush and strong defense, we might see it then. Therefore, we have to stress the run game a lot and have everybody else, rally around the team to pick themselves up. So Purdy doesn't, Purdy isn't the reason why we possibly lose a game. I'd hate to see that, but I mean, I think Purdy, he just got that calm, cool, collective demeanor about him. So I mean, I'd really be surprised if I see him end up looking like a rookie. Now, eventually, you would assume that there would be that game somewhere down the road, but we haven't seen it yet. Now, maybe we see it in the playoffs, unfortunately, because we're playing stronger teams. But I don't know. We'll see. I think Kyle's going to design a game plan where we don't have to see it so much. So, we're going to find a way to circumvent that.
Cool. Brandon.
All right. I think like everybody else has said, I think Purdy's going to be fine, especially this week against the Seahawks. I think we'll start. Not really. I don't know. I don't think we'll be worried at all in the playoffs. I think he's just going to be way better than Jimmy has ever been in the playoffs. So, and also too, the playbook is a lot more open with Purdy in there. So, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. So, for me, I'm gonna quote Mount Westmore. If you do not know who Mount Westmore is, you need to get familiar. Ice Cube, E40, Snoop Dogg, and Too Short have created a supergroup, and that album is a fucking smash. I love every
I
song.
heard one of the songs is good.
Oh no, the whole album. If you heard one, you need to hear all. So they have a song on there called "Have a Nice Day," and the hook says exactly how I feel about the Seattle Seahawks. So the hook is very simple. He literally says, "Fuck you, kiss my ass, die slow, your life is trash. Thank you, have a nice day, I'm in the wind." And that's exactly how I feel about Seattle. Fuck Seattle. Their life is trash. And they can kiss my ass. I have no worries about Glock Purdy and his confidence. I feel like it makes more sense because Brian Greasy is there that this kid just excels. I don't know what Greasy has, but he has some kind of magic touch when it comes to quarterback because they seem to just play well. And I don't know what he did or how he did it, but hey, man, Kyle is really good at picking coaches. I don't understand how the fuck he pulls the shit off or what knowledge he has that we don't, but I'll give him that much. He is probably one of the most his coaches are probably poached more than any other team in the league. And then right now I just heard that I believe we have a couple people in the building that have been requested to talk about GM jobs. So that's definitely another situation where we could lose an Adam Peters or we could lose, another guy. And that right there just tells you that we have a great front office. If people want to come to you and ask for your people, they're telling you, hey, whatever we've been doing, obviously has been shit. And, now we know, all right, fuck it. We got to do what we got to do. But I think that it's going to work out well. And yes, that is a great comment throwback. He does love Purdy. He loves him to Trey Lance too. He started to help Jimmy when Jimmy came back, and he was like, all right, now I can work with you. But once again, I will stick to this. I appreciate Brian Greasy for not dick riding Jimmy Garoppolo like everyone else. He straight up was like,
David Lombardi.
Oh my God! Please.
Oh, maybe. What if he's watching?
That's a lot more. That's a lot more than dick riding. That's a whole nother strategy.
I feel good because I haven't heard you mention the Jimmy Dick Rider comment in quite some time. That always makes me laugh.
Greasy should know. He should know freaking quarterback, and he should know talent. I mean, his dad's the only fully undefeated quarterback to ever play this game. So
yeah.
Bob Greasy quarterback.
He was the quarterback.
The Dolphins, right? For the Dolphins.
Well, I mean, like it's just having the guy around just makes it great, man. What's going on, Crazy Juice? I don't see any problems with the kid, man. I truthfully don't. I think that Purdy is going to be perfectly fine. I think he's going. The one thing I think that he's doing is he's just playing football. It's not a negative thing. It's crazy, bro. But I think he's just playing football, doing what he has to do, and calling it a day, man. I think that's like a bot, man.
It's from Twitch. I think it's from Twitch.
It definitely ain't me. I ain't got no Twitch. That's
me.
Brandon's linked to Twitch.
Yeah, that's me. Don't worry about it.
I want to say what's up to Shifty. He's here in the chat.
Oh no,
Shifty. Shifty, right. Low down, gritty, and grimy. He's up in here. I like Shifty every time he does this live play-by-plays for the games. Every time the 49ers score a touchdown, he does this little dance and he goes, "This is how we do it." You gotta see it. It's hella funny.
Hey, that's funny. Hey, we tried doing a live stream, but it doesn't pan out, man, because I get too crazy and I gotta work on Saturday, so I will not be able to watch the game in its entirety.
No, I thought you work from home, Deon.
No, I work with my sister. She has her own
for the food
company. So I have to
bring a TV over there.
Oh no, don't worry about that, man. I'm good. I'll watch it later. The only thing I'll do is look at the final score because when I'm working like there, it gets so crazy that I don't have time to look at my phone. Like literally, I've never really worked in a restaurant type business, and believe you me, you got to hustle your ass off in that shit, man.
So
I respect people who do it.
It's the hardest business there is.
Hey, so real quick, guys. My next question is: So before Purdy came in and was our quarterback, you noticed that George Kittle wasn't being heard of, wasn't around, wasn't really getting the ball too much. Purdy comes in. George Kittle has 6 touchdowns in what, 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Bashar.
7 touchdowns, isn't it?
Start off on that one, Bashar.
Look for him to get a couple more.
Shout out to what?
I'll say go ahead. He was saying let's talk about how the progression of Kittle since.
Oh yeah, let's do this. So yeah, I mean with Kittle, so like during the season last year and this season, last year, the year before, I'd always watch Niner games, and then during the Niner games they show Kansas City Chiefs highlights. Oh look, Kelsey scored a touchdown. Kelsey scored a touchdown in the red zone. Score a touchdown on a big play, whatever it may be, is like, and I'm like, why don't we do this with Kittle? Why don't we do it? And I used to think to myself, like, you know what, it's just Jimmy's fault. Then I was like, you know what, maybe it's not Jimmy's fault. Maybe Kittle doesn't have that part of his game. Maybe he doesn't get open in the end zone or whatever. And now we're seeing, we changed the quarterback, boom, voila. Kittle's a red zone threat. Ta-da! And like now he's tapping his toes in the end zone and tapping his feet and making these great catches. And I think Kittle's worked on certain things, but the connection they have and Purdy's, and a lot of times I don't think these are his first reads either. I think these are like maybe his second or third reads when he's finding Kittle. So I love it. Let's continue this throughout the playoffs. Boom.
Yeah.
Kittle, baby.
Christian.
I mean, Kittle's been fantastic since Purdy came in. I mean, I think, with Jimmy, he's such a, one read guy. That's why Kittle doesn't always get the ball. Where Kittle's getting the ball because Purdy's coming off his first read, and then, oh shit, Kittle's wide open. Let me throw him the ball. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm seeing why Kittle's getting the ball, because he's getting open, or when Kyle actually draws up plays where receivers are wide open, tight ends are wide open, Purdy actually sees it and hits them. You know what I mean? Like, Purdy can see the field well, hence why we run play action, because Purdy can turn his back to the field and then turn around and make a play, where we pretty much stopped running play action with Jimmy because he can turn his back to the defense. We kind of got rid of completely the play action, where we're used play action a lot, and play action is always going to benefit which player on the field? The tight end. The tight end is always going to benefit from play action. So I think that's a big reason we've seen an uptick in Kittle's numbers. But he really is a red zone threat. He always has been. He just doesn't get the ball thrown to him. How many times has he been open in the red zone and Jimmy misses it? But Jimmy's missed how many wide open receivers in the end zone, regardless of who it might be. He's overthrown wide open receivers in the end zone. You know what I mean? So Purdy's finding the guys that are open that Kyle's getting, scheming open, but he's making good throws, and Kittle's playing the best football he's played in, I think, his career right now. And I expect to see the same thing from him on Saturday. Like, he's, and I think he's going to be extremely motivated, because I remember, we remember when we didn't win the Super Bowl, and his first thing was, I'll be back here. We're going to get one.
Yep.
So I expect to see Kittle kind of have a damn good playoffs this whole go. I think he's going to be our big red zone threat. I think he's going to be, tough to cover over the middle, and we're going to see him get the ball a lot. I'd like to see his resurgence. I know everybody's always compares him to
What's
he's
up,
talking,
Carver?
he's talking to me because Carver and I always talk about crispy, crunchy chicken. What's up, Carver?
Oh yeah. What's going on, people? Carver? Hey man, you got to get at me, dog. We got to do a show, man.
So everybody, they try to compare him to Kelsey, but they're two completely different tight ends. Like, Kelsey only runs routes. He's always the first read for Mahomes. Mahomes is always looking for him. He's always the guy Mahomes. So it's completely different too, because obviously, Kittle's open a lot and can catch the ball well, but also he does what Kelsey could never do, and that's block. Like the game against Arizona, I don't remember which play it was, but he absolutely fucking smashed a guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Look at this right here. 5 season. Travis Kelce, 29 receptions for 299 yards, no TDs. George Kittle. Now look at this. 18 receptions, 265 yards, 7 TDs. Entered on a complete tear. Shout out to Leo Luna. Congrats on that young man for being a new dad. He's been so dedicated. But Beto, how you feeling about Mr. Kittle and his resurgence?
I love it, man. I love it. The fact that he has 7 touchdowns and looks like the old Kittle of old with Kittle. I mean, with this young kid giving him ball. No more quotes on his T-shirt other than "F Jimmy." You
Yeah,
know
we
what I
don't. Yeah,
mean?
it gets ridiculous, man. The crazy thing about it is, is that what Throwback said right there, man, is facts. And I'll let you finish your quote. Kittle loves Jimmy, but he doesn't return his text and throws hospital balls. Y'all ever watch the little Toyota joints that they do on the 49ers YouTube channel? They'll have them like in the car, or they'll be sitting there with someone, and they'll say, "If you call this person, who's gonna pick up for you?" I guarantee you, George would try to call Jimmy, and that motherfucker wouldn't pick up. I
Probably on a
guarantee
date
you
with a porn star.
Let's.
But Beto, my bad. Beto, finish.
No. That's
One
cool.
sec,
No, you made a good point. You're right. Kittle has improved more with Purdy that he has with Jimmy, and Jimmy is too busy, check downs, or too busy running for his life, not making his reads or getting off his first read. The fact that Purdy can make all his reads and find his tight end open has benefited Kittle, man. So, I guarantee you, Kittle's probably not going to say it publicly, but he can care less now about Jimmy Garoppolo and those hospital balls. So I'm excited for Kittle. I'm glad that he's come back into play because we're going to need him in the playoffs. He's going to be someone that we definitely need added to the arsenal. Not maybe not so much against Seattle, but whether we face the Cowboys or whoever we face in the second round, we're going to need more Kittle. So I'm excited that he's playing better now that we have this young kid at the helm, and I'm looking forward to see what Kittle does against Seattle in the playoffs, throughout the playoffs. What's up, McCarver?
Let me
Carver.
I just wanted to address Throwback's comment. I never said Kittle has been good in the playoffs. I'm saying I want to see him be good in this coming playoffs, because obviously he hasn't been that great in the playoffs because Jimmy doesn't make any of the receivers good in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So all they do is run in the playoffs.
when you can't be good in the playoffs when your quarterback can't get you the fucking ball.
And all you're doing is running in the playoffs. That's it.
When Vernon Davis was in the playoffs, he had good quarterbacks throwing him the ball.
Yeah, he was Vernon. Vernon was right up the scene. But media,
Yeah.
how you feeling about this Kittle resurgence?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kittle, like some of you said, like Purdy is able to find guys wide open, and he throws it. Jimmy Garoppolo just doesn't do that. You'll see that they show the replay, and then you're like, man, Ayuk or Kittle are wide open. Why is Jimmy not finding them? And so Purdy's able to find them, and so I think that's one of the biggest differences. And yeah, Kittle's gonna be a huge part in the playoffs. I'm loving that he's doing really, really well in the red zone, because I feel like in the past, right, he had all the yards and all the yak, but the one thing that he didn't have as much of was getting those red zone touchdowns, and he's had that with Purdy now, and so I think it's just going to be going up and up from there. I think it's going to be ascending up if you just look at what's been happening between them. And the thing is, usually a rookie quarterback, the tight end is their best friend, and so they've just built that connection, and they're trusting each other, and so Kittle is going to definitely be a huge part in these playoffs. Just because you wanna scare teams even more, and the Niners have so many weapons, so Kittle just makes it even tougher on defenses.
Oh yeah, man. Those are great points. What's going on, No Border Sports?
Chris Hansen in the chat. Oh my gosh.
Chris, what do you say? Jimmy looks like he's stepping on that. He does. No lie. I swear to you, because you know how he is. You give Jimmy, the crazy thing is, you give any other quarterback in the league more than like 3 to 4 seconds in the pocket, they're gonna make a play because somebody's open. One person on the field got lackadaisical in coverage, and you can find that person and hit them. You give Jimmy that kind of time, he patting the ball like he burping a baby. He's dancing like he's stepping on ants. He don't know what to do. He looked like he actually got to run and take a shit. But for me, the resurgence of Kittle, I love every second of it. And the crazy thing is, he's got that record for most yards in like first 5 or 6 seasons for a tight end. He did that, and he missed way more time than Travis Kelce. Like way
True,
more.
he got hurt a lot. Yeah,
Like he got hurt a lot, and for him to be able to accomplish that in a shorter span of time with not as much, like
and Kelsey's been playing with Mahomes all this time.
Kelsey's been playing with Mahomes.
First Alex Smith, but now Mahomes.
Yeah. I mean, like it's crazy. So I think that honestly, it was his resurgence has been flat out amazing. I'm very happy that he's back in the fold. And if you're doing that, that's just another way to tell teams back the fuck up. Because as much as they want to come up and put 8 in the box, don't do that. Somebody said it earlier in the chat. Kittle says he's always open. You know what I'm saying? And he's bro. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Kittle's one of those dudes. He go out there with half a leg, one eyeball, possibly missing an arm, and he'll be like, "Yeah, coach, I can still play." Like you got to really protect him from himself. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah. Shout out Andrew Martinez. But to be honest with you, man, you got to go ahead and just let that man cook. Let him get out there and play. Let him do what he does. You got to respect, the offense as a whole now. You can't just key in on the run and be like, we're going to make you beat us in the pass.
Let's be honest.
That's stupid.
That's what Seattle's going to do. Watch, they're going to stack the box.
That's okay. And it's only
let them stack the box.
Hey, they stack that box. I say hit him right over the middle on play action. The first play, hit him over the middle with Kittle. Bam.
Bro,
they're going to have that single high safety.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I put Danny Gray in and you stack that box, I'm going to have a signal that says go.
Or at least if they do stack the box,
something like that.
You can throw it to CMC out of the backfield if they stack the box, and he can take a fucking 2-yard pass and make it a 20-yard pass.
And the thing is, people have to respect his speed, because if they don't think that Danny Gray had the speed, they must have forgot what happened when Trey Lance hit him on that bomb. He put that ball in the perfect spot. Danny Gray caught it and kept fucking running. So, when you have guys like that, you want to be able to continue to utilize them. But, Brandon, if you had more questions or anything, go ahead. I think we got everybody on that, right?
Excuse me. Give me.
Yeah, Mahoney. Yeah, yeah, that's his dude. He love him some Danny Gray, man.
All right. My next question is, because we didn't do a preview show for this game, who was your guys' X factors on offense and defense?
Oh, for the Cardinals. For me, honestly, it was CMC for offense, and then on defense, I don't really remember who I picked. I think it probably was one of the linemen. It wasn't Bosa. I tried not to pick him because he's kind of obvious. So you just try to go with somebody else. It probably was like Willis or something like that. But what I'm saying, Steve-O, is that a signal on the field. Say he's out there, technically speaking, you were going to run, but because they stacked the box, you check out of that play and you go to something else. And they're standing on the field. Can. Next thing you know, you say something else after that, boom. He hits a go route and he's gone. And if you hit that young man in stride, nobody's catching.
Technically, if Woolen's on him, I'm not throwing it. Woolen can catch it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
he can run with it. That's the one guy that can run with it.
He got speed.
Probably the fastest corner in the league.
I'm still pissed that we didn't draft Woolen. 6'2", 220 pounds. 6'4", 220 pounds. 4.26 40. Like,
he's insanely fast.
And we freaking have Breezy's guy. And we have freaking Breezy's guy. We could have had
Asante Samuel Jr. Like,
who's Breezy's guy?
Ambry Thomas.
Hey, see, but we haven't seen Ambry Thomas.
He's like Jaquan Brisker. Brisker was his dude.
Hey, no, but I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, that's it.
We haven't even seen Thomas really this year. So how can we say anything other than he didn't beat out guys in the zone defense for in practice? Like the last time we saw him, he shut down CeeDee Lamb in the playoffs.
There's Joey.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
there he is.
Thomas was good in the playoffs last year, and we haven't seen him since. So that's why I'm like, everybody hates on Thomas, but it's like the last time we actually saw him play legitimate football was the playoffs last year, and he played really good. He shut down CeeDee Lamb because we played. We played man
last year.
I know, but
yeah, we're trying to figure out what his jump is. From,
no, I know. Well, last year,
and we didn't.
Here's the way I see it. Last year, especially in the playoffs, we played a lot of man coverage because we played some pretty good receivers, so we had to play some more man coverage with some with safety help. But Thomas went one-on-one most of the time with the receivers he was covering in the playoffs and did really well. And now all year this year we've only ran a zone scheme, and if you look at Thomas in college, what did he play? Man coverage. He's not a zone guy. When you're a man guy and you go make them and you try to make them learn zone when you've only ever played man, obviously you're not going to be as good. Where Lenore's starting, because what did Lenore play at Oregon? What defense does Oregon always run? A zone defense. Michigan runs a man coverage defense. So that's just my opinion. I think with the right defense of like running more of a man defense, I think he would have been fine. I think if we had decided to let Mooney cover his guy man and then the other opposite corner cover his guy man, especially when we lost what's his name? I'm having a blank. Our other corner,
Mooney. Emmanuel Mosley.
So I think if we would have let Thomas play a lot of more man, I think he would have had some struggles here and there, but I think he would have been just fine. And I honestly think he's a better corner than Lenore, but Lenore does better in zone coverage because it's like a whole new defense for Thomas to learn.
Well, Thomas going to have to figure it out because Mooney had to figure it out. Mooney played more man than anything.
Yeah.
He picks the brains of the guys on there to figure out how to run that zone to the best.
I agree. I was kind of bummed out to see like he kind of got pushed down the depth chart and then everybody shits on him. Like I'm like, why is everybody shitting on him? The last time we saw him play, he played really fucking well.
Yeah, but
I think he played well. He's not.
He played well in the NFC.
That didn't translate into this previous year.
I know, but he played well in the NFC Championship, and then we haven't seen him at all this season.
Yeah, but that's strictly based on the fact of whatever he's not doing.
How do you shit on a guy we haven't seen play?
Because why is he? Because the reason is because why would
he can't? Because he's not a zone. But I just told you why.
No,
but
you're
just saying that Mooney Ward, right, was more of a man corner, and he learned to play, fit with what the Niners
and he's a seasoned veteran and one of the top 4 corners in the league. This is a freaking 3rd round pick in his third year now? Fucking second year, whatever it is. And like he's got to learn the zone, zone coverages and completely learn everything different from what he did in college. Like you have to give him time and can't shit on a guy who we haven't fucking seen play all season. Like I get like I don't understand that. Like I've seen so many fucking Niner fans. Oh, shit on fucking Ambry Thomas. We haven't fucking seen him play.
But
that's the
problem because we don't know what we've seen from him. We haven't seen it.
We do know what we saw. What I saw was him fucking be a lockdown fucking corner. What we drafted him for. What we draft. Yeah, but if I go off the actual film that I've seen from him in a fucking game that matters in the fucking playoffs, I saw him shut down CeeDee Lamb. I saw him at times help bracket fucking Cooper Kupp in the fucking NFC Championship. I saw him freaking cover freaking OBJ deep and make plays on the ball in man coverage. That's what I saw. I saw a good man corner who actually, when I watched him play in big games that mattered in the playoffs in a man coverage, actually play well. And then because we have only ran fucking zone all year, regardless of who we were playing, hence why we've gotten fucking destroyed by some receivers in certain times because of our inability to play man coverage. He's not playing, and we shit on him for it. I guarantee you, if we played fucking man coverage against some of these receivers that we should play, like, freaking, because perfect example, we should still win the game, but you don't think Justin Jefferson's going to eat up our zone coverage? He's going to fucking destroy it.
Yeah, but
because he's going to get he's going to go with Lenore, and Lenore's going to get burnt.
Okay,
so I would feel better with Thomas one-on-one with Jefferson than I would Lenore because Thomas has proven it. CeeDee Lamb's becoming one of the best receivers in the league. Shut him the fuck down.
But so this is here's the thing. So let's break the monotony because Christian will keep going on this rant. It's just no. We understand your point.
You still need to go around the panel for the question.
The situation right now is that whatever he's not done this year hasn't allowed him to be on the field, which is why people are shitting on him. I understand your mindset, and everyone else does. We're just saying,
football, then you'll understand why.
But what I'm saying is, how many people in this fan base actually really watch football?
That's fair.
Actually have a true passion for it. They don't. So don't allow their opinions to make you feel like they're shitting on them, because they obviously don't even know what they're talking about. But we want to, you know what I'm saying? When I
played football, I was a cornerback when I played football. So that's what I'm saying. So like, I'm gonna stick up for the cornerbacks. I'm not gonna.
I agree with you. I
like Avery Thomas.
We still need to go around the panel with the question, guys.
Try to get around.
Yeah, Beto has to leave soon. He has a show at 7:15.
Go ahead, Beto.
Beto, who's your X factor from this past game against the Cardinals?
Oh, sorry, I was asleep. Just kidding. Who are my factors? Offensively, I would say Brandon Ayuk, and defensively, I got to give it to my boy Gibson. I'm a big fan of this safety that was pretty much out the door, and he's kind of reborn here in this defense. So those are my two guys for sure. Okay, go back to sleep.
We'll give you a 5-minute nap. Any more time than that, we got to dock you.
Okay.
So offensively, my guy was definitely CMC. He just looks so explosive. I love it when he gets to the second level of the defense, because either he's making somebody miss or he kicks it into that second gear and he's fucking gone. So I love watching CMC run the ball. And obviously we mentioned Elijah Mitchell earlier, who was awesome. But defensively, you guys mentioned it, Gibson. I want to see Gibson, make those plays in the playoffs, catch those interceptions, and I want to see Hufanga get some interceptions. But my guys are CMC and Gibson. There you go.
Awesome.
Media.
Offensively, I had Brandon Ayuk, and then defensively, sadly he wasn't playing, because otherwise I would have picked him like I have every week. But this week I'd say Eric Armstead.
Oh, okay. That's definitely a different one. And I think the tipping plays thing is dead now. We all understand that there's too many different plays within one play for them to figure out what the hell's going on. Although, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, film study gives you the tell of anybody that you're facing. So you just have to figure it out. If you don't believe me, perfect example, years ago, Peyton Manning made his O-line in Indy learn Gaelic. And that's how he communicated with his line. Like, literally, he had them learn Gaelic so he could speak it to them, and then nobody knew what the hell he was saying. And I think it was Ray Lewis who figured it out.
Bro, Gaelic
he said it like in like an interview, like one of those interviews after you're done with your career, and they ask you like weird questions, like who's the guy who's hard to face. And he said Manning. He said this. He literally said it on TV. He's like, this motherfucker taught his O-line Gaelic. We didn't even know what the fuck he was saying. Like, it's wild, bro. It's wild.
Gaelic is a forgotten language. Like, it's very rare for people. Even in Ireland today, it's very rare for people to speak Gaelic. It is a forgotten language.
But hey, man, look at it like this. You got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what's going on, you got to think about it like, man, I can't take a phone on the field with me and go Google Translate this. Like I gotta figure out what's going on. That's the awesome thing. But we about an hour 4. We want to wrap this one up.
Yeah, Christian, did we get yours?
I don't really have any. But
no. Okay.
You still mad about Ambry Thomas?
No. That was gonna be my answer anyways, because this game for me, like, it didn't really matter. I didn't think we were going to lose. So I was kind of just like, I'm going to enjoy the game. I didn't even care to talk about it after, because I'm like, fucking blowouts aren't even fun to talk about.
They're great to talk about. What do you mean? This way you come on to be
you talk about them for 5 minutes and then you're like, okay, move on to the next thing. Like, yeah, that was awesome.
No, here's my thing. Because I'm an asshole when it comes to sports and my teams, like when we win and we beat someone and we beat the shit out of them, I want to go on for an hour where I just keep ranting about how great we are because I want that other team to feel really fucked up and bad. Look at MG. He comes in here all the time talking about beat the Niners. He's a Commanders fan. So I feel bad for him. He snuck in, and then Chris, Chris already handled that. He gets on his head immediately. Like, pause. I don't mean it like that, but he'd be like, oh, MG in here, shut him down. So I like it because you know what I want to see, and tell me if I'm wrong. I want to ask everybody this: wouldn't you like to see Kyle just keep his foot on the gas, like just
he has been
a team? No, I'm talking like if you're inside the 10, there's no field goals. There's only touchdowns. Like, I'm talking about put his foot on the gas and his foot in their ass and make them think twice about wanting to play us. Like, that would be a great thing to see because I think we could put up at least 40 or 50 points.
I think he's learned his lesson in the playoffs, and I expect him to put his foot on the gas every single playoff game this game.
Yeah. There it is. No breaks. Yeah. And I want him to be there to be great about it only because if he does this, it makes his life easier. And plus, it teaches him the value of not getting lackadaisical and comfortable against Patrick fucking Mahomes.
Yeah.
I don't even want to play Mahomes again, but it'd be nice to beat him. I'll tell you that much.
I mean,
I'd love to get him in the Super Bowl again because at that point, he ain't got nothing. We have nothing to lose, and he has nothing to lose. And we're going to be out there just battling it out. And I feel more comfortable if I got to get into a shootout with Brock Purdy than Jimmy fucking Garoppolo.
That's the one question I forgot to ask is when it comes to going down, mostly Purdy hasn't played with
Bay Area reference.
He hasn't played with a lot. He hasn't had to come back a lot yet. Like, do you think do you guys feel comfortable if we go down and we need a couple of drives late in a game that we can you guys like fully trust Purdy to
we've seen
pull us back in because a lot of people are saying the Niners need to get the lead early and keep it compared to like they don't want to get in a close shootout or something like that. Like I know we did it with the Raiders, but
I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't care what type of game we play as long as we win. I have full faith that Brock can do whatever he needs to do in any of these situations or scenarios that people can dream up. And the only reason that I have faith in it is because he showed it to me for the last 6 games.
Exactly. And I believe, weren't we down in the Raiders game real quick? Like,
yeah, we are.
I agree.
That was a back and forth shootout.
I agree. And that made me feel better. I was just curious what you guys thought. Playoff time.
I think
you guys feel comfortable. You guys feel comfortable in any situation going into.
I don't care. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's what I wanted to know.
Bashar, how you feeling?
Not in the shootout with Mahomes or a guy like Josh Allen or whatever. I'd be a little scared. I'd be a little scared, but we'll see. I mean, this team's really, really good and our defense is so damn good that I don't see us getting in that position.
Okay.
So
what up, Brandon?
We're gonna go ahead and end it here because I want to save all this talk for our preview show against
Seahawks.
All right.
Gotcha.
So we have something to talk about. Which, by the way, we're thinking maybe Friday night if anybody's available.
I'm with it. Friday night works.
Same time, Friday, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, that works. That's cool for me.
Yeah, Bashar.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, you don't sound so convincing, Mihal.
I feel like I'd rather do it a bit early if possible.
I have work 8 to 5, my boy.
Yeah,
Friday night.
Yeah.
I know, but with him getting back into school, I understand why he's trying to do it a little bit earlier. He's trying to keep his schedule going on. No, Chris, I am in Arizona. I am in Phoenix, and the points per game with Purdy, I believe we're scoring like 37, something around there.
34.
Roughly.
I think it's 34 average or 33.
Yeah, 34. We literally gave up. Shout out to the defense, 16.2 points a game. 16.2. That is flat out amazing. That means we literally hold you to 2 touchdowns with your extra points and a safety.
Yep.
My excitement is for the intensity to see, because the intensity goes way up during the playoffs. The intensity this defense is going to play at, how much better they're going to look with the intensity.
What's up, Pete?
Hey, I'll tell you this, and this is just my thought process. Yeah, I remember last time Fred went out, said we hate these boys.
Yep.
I need him to do that again.
We would do that shit again. I need Trent.
I need Fred to come out and say how much we hate these motherfuckers and get the team hyped up. Oh, and by the way, Kyle, if you listening, please talk shit to Nick Bosa and tell him he had a really fucked up game. Because whenever you seem to do that, he just seems to go out and have a fantastic game.
Yep.
So you might want to tell Nick that he sucks or something.
Hey, I'm not worried about Bosa's intensity in the playoffs.
No, but what I'm saying is Kyle talks shit to him, and it makes him play even better because he's like, I suck. This motherfucker's doing pass rush moves on the goddamn hand sanitizer machine.
Whose dog is that, man?
That's my dog.
Oh, he out there bark. You must have a big ass dog. That motherfucker barking like that.
Information. He just.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna end it here.
Yeah,
so we'll be back on Friday. We'll talk about what time after we're off here. But until next time, we'll be back Friday night. We might do a call-in show as well Friday night, just for the hell of it, because it's the playoffs now. So, yeah. Until next time, guys.
See you.
See ya. Go Niners.